Okay, so let's see.
No, when I plugged these in when I got home, they like after I bought them, they showed 100% on the battery. Everything was like it was maxed out, charged, all that bullshit. It always had. That's why I wasn't super optimistic on um, this actually like for my batteries working because it already showed 100%. I think I fucked my back up yesterday. I don't know. Tweaked slightly wrong, and yeah, it was kind of the end of it. To be honest with you, kind of fucked up. So it's a little bit sore. We're gonna do what we can do, you know. Oh my god.
Uh, okay. I need more coffee. So let's see. I need something with a chat over here, puppy. I can put it on there. You can do that. Oh, let's see, on YouTube. How can I see the chat? Hey, if you got an idea why I can't see the chat on the iPad, how about send me something and let me know what it is. No chat. Oh, hey, Brendan. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Channel, live. There's the chat. Can't see the chat on the iPad, but I can see it on the computer. Interesting. I appreciate the like, man. I'd love to have about like 1,000 people in here watching this shit. Can't see the chat on the iPad, but I can see it on the computer. And that's gotta go. Okay. Yeah, I know. I thought so too. But it's not showing up on the right side. It's just got, like a list of stuff. I can't access a chat for this one. And if there is one, don't know where it is. All right. Let's see. I suppose if I got into the channel and went into the manage. No. Oh, don't like this at all. This is just mobile YouTube. I never use that. Don't like that at all. But I need to find a way to see the chat over there. Oh. Every single time, man. Every single time. Okay, let's see. YouTube mobile. I can't see the chat on one of the lives. Try talking with me. Comments. No. No, don't do it. No, don't do it at all. Okay. Send you a pic. I can put it up in front of the screen. Hang on a second. Let me send you a pic. Oh, God. Always, every single time, there's got to be something. So, there you go. There's the iPad. Yeah, I'm lasering the lateral pieces for this thing right now on the rear axle because I want to really get that thing fixed up here today. How the hell did I get 43 viewers? All right, I'll take it. Let's see. Okay. All right, you figure out how to get that chat up on my iPad for me, please, and then I can watch the chat over here while I'm doing crap. Because otherwise, I got to keep looking back and forth, and that's not really what I wanted to do. So I got to do some Dremelin today too. I'm going to cut up this rear axle and get these things fit in here. And I guess if I get some in-between times, I can drink some coffee and what you got? Oh, let's see. Where are you? Scroll down higher and send me another photo. Okay. No problem. It would be so cool to be able to build this channel into something that would be fun. So, how we get that? Hang on a sec. Do it again. You should scroll down a bit. If I scroll down, the only thing I get are more videos, you know, to look. Because the live should be up on the top of it. But only on the iPad, oddly enough. On the computer, well, I got the, I got that little Samsung. I could probably pull it up on that. I just need to have something where I can sit over there and see what's going on. I got to cut 6 of those pieces for each side and then glue those things together too. So that has to be done. I need that done today. I only got like 20 freaking days to go. And then it's over. So I got to have this thing ready for Halloween. There's enough people in here. I guess I've shown George. This is the guy who's going to be sporting this. Yeah, that's him. Anyway, that's the guy that's supposed to keep up on it here. It's going to be pretty fun. For anybody that's in here right now, I don't know how many are actually in this thing right now, but what I'm doing is a Halloween project, and I'm building a grain wagon. It's a 1900s grain wagon using the lasers, 3D printers at the moment. I hope to get the CNC in on this somewhere, but don't know if it's going to. Yeah. So I've got the main spar from front to back. I've got both the axles done. The wheels are done. I have to today get that rear axle finished so that I can start the cradle for the actual wagon, the part of it. Um, yeah, I'd pretty much like to have that done today. So this is where I'm going to be sitting all day, man. Uh, it's nice when all the machines are working and I can do something else. That's what it basically boils down to. Okay, and I need to get me a widescreen or a wide angle lens for that laser camera. That has to be done. But anyway, if you're joining me now, little Halloween project with the 1900s grain wagon laser, or lasered and 3D printed. So I'm just trying to get the chat up on my iPad at the moment so that I can sit over there at the table and actually watch that and maybe answer any questions. Let's see. Okay. My buddy out of Great Britain. Uh, so, okay. Still waiting on you, man. Did you figure out how to get that thing up on iPad? I did tell you it's on the mobile UCOM or YouTube.com. So that's where this one is at the moment. Um, and I don't know how to get it over there. If anybody in this chat knows how to get the chat up on the iPad, it'd be nice. It's on mobile YouTube or m.youtube. I'm assuming that's for mobile, which I usually won't use, but let's try to. It always sends me to the mobile anyway, so it's not going to really do anything that I want. Let's see. Let's just try it again. What the hell? Uh, see if it does. It's going to go straight to the mobile. Yep. Okay, so that seems to be the problem. I did scroll down. I sent you another one. Working on it. Okay. Because I don't think there's anything that I can turn on or open up. Anybody that is listening, I'm trying to get the chat to come up on my iPad while I'm watching the YouTube so that I can keep up on the chat while I'm sitting on the table over there. Damn, if you got an idea, I'm not iPad friendly, we'll put it that way. And I would really rather be over there doing something on that wagon than sitting here messing with this. But you're the only one chatting in there anyway, Brendan, so I'm going to go ahead and wait on you. I got a lot of these pieces to cut here today, but I can also start designing. That's what I need to do. I need to put a window up on there for that too. And I need a 3D printed piece to mount these on that. I didn't know that, but this spar is actually supposed to be free back here in the back. I didn't know that at all. It's to adjust the rear axle for a different length. And I'm going to have to 3D print a piece. I've got it marked right there. It's 20 millimeters or 20 centimeters. And then, come on. And then I'm going to mark it and do that. Let me get the measurements on that so we can get that started. Get George off of there before he falls down. He's kind of cool though. Okay, so when you are not logged in online, you can't see the chat. I am logged in. Of course, I'm logged in. But don't understand Not 100% sure, but I found you online and can't see the chat. If I watch it here on the computer, I can see the chat. I've got everything in there. I'm looking at that right now. Oh, I don't want to start downloading crap right now. This always happens. Oh, shit. Sorry about your tire, man. Evidently, the chat is working, but I really want to get started on that. I don't have time to be doing this. Let me see. Let me get that Android. Just need something that I can watch it on. That's all. So we'll just do that. In any case, we should be measuring. Let me get this thing done. So. Okay. So okay. Let's see what those measurements were. Yeah, I need another window up on there too for this. Let's see. Let me put another one up in here then, window capture. Okay, we'll do this. Put my little design window down in here somewhere. I know it's probably a little bit hard to see, but okay. And these are the pieces I'm trying to get done today. I need both of these done, and I need to cut this axle out to mount all three of them into it. So that's where I'm at right now. Let's see. Okay. So I need 6 of those. I've got 2 of them right now. I got 6, 8, 10 more for that. Okay. And then I'm going to need a 3D printed piece for here. So that's going to be simple enough. Okay. And then that thing finished already? Okay. Get ready here and cut another one. I have to add some more downs to it. Just make sure the camera angle is okay. Okay, so need to get 10 more of those. Let's see. Okay, let's go ahead and get that started then. Oh, everybody's good. Okay. All right. So next one's on the way.
Yeah, I honestly think it's just the mobile, like how you're on the web. Um, I have no problem on the computer, and I also have no problem on the YouTube app itself. Um, never used the web like how you use it, but
Okay.
the only consensus I have.
Oh well. Well, then, oh, shoot, that's not exactly what I wanted to do at the moment. Um, so, get the YouTube app then. It is always the same with us, no matter what. YouTube. They just want you using this garbage. Okay, so YouTube. I just need to see to be able to see the chat because it's over there behind me on that other computer, so I can't see it back there. Yeah. Yep. Stay out of the way. So, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, that works. Current live stream. Let's see. Okay, it does work with the app, so we're going to leave it like that, and I can get some shit done. I really do need to grind these sides off of here today too. Let me get the measurements of where that was supposed to be mounted first of all. And in here, So I guess the first thing we'll do is start to make a piece for this. Make a binder. Whoops. Binder. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Oh. So what we need then is a triangular shaped piece for this. So we'll run this down here. Let's see, 90. Okay. Okay. Should probably do about 8 up on this thing here then. Need one above and below. That's the way it shows it being done. So copy that one. I need to check on something because I found something weird with this program here. If I were to pull this back, -5. Okay. So we'll take that one and move it right there. So I'm going to have to, well, first I'm going to have to do this correctly, I guess. Okay. So we're going to need some holes in that. Now the 3mm screws have a head of 6mm and three deep. So that's 8. Should be okay. So, yeah, something just locked up. Isn't that nice? There it goes. Okay. So I should probably 3.5 inch. 3.5 inch. You put one here. That's a 3.5. And then a 6. Yeah, shoot. Let me first find the middle line here. Let's see what that does. Okay. Move that a little bit. Let's see what we got here. That one is 25. 2872. Okay. So these are still doing what it's supposed to be doing. Okay. Gonna need holes in here for that, 2 of them. But that's supposed to move free. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and bind that. And then see how that goes. Yeah, probably the best thing to do. And then just get the holes put in this thing here. I guess it's going to be a guesstimate here. Let's see, let's put one here. 3.5. How far is he? 13.42. 13. Missed that one just a bit. Let's see. This one again. $13.42. 3.5. That'll work. That will definitely work. So now we need 6 millimeters for the head of the screw. And then over here also. Okay, get those pulled out. So that would be a cut. Are you kidding me? I was on that plane. Come on, people. That is not even fair. See? I'm on that plane. There it is. Okay, 3.5. See if that one works. No, why not? Should be able to. Huh. That's odd. What did I say? 1342. All right. Yet that one works. All right. Let's do this. -3. -3. Okay. Take those back. And go cut. No. All right, let's just get rid of this and get back on the right plane then. Okay. All right, again. Plane view. That one. What was that? 1342 is what I needed, I think. Two. Another work, and then 3.5. There we go. Okay. Gotcha. So 1342, magic number. That's right there. 1342 and 3.5. Okay. So get this pulled through and get some bolt holes in it. And now we need the holes for the head. Those are 6 millimeters. So let's drop that down. That's 3. That's 3. Okay. So 2 more, and I guess 2 for the middle spar. Should go ahead and do that one anyway. Let's see. Okay. Be nice if we could play some music on here. But no. YouTube is interesting, not nice. So I'm going to guess the same would be 13. 42. Sure looks good. 5. Yeah. 42. 3.5. Okay. So we'll get some screw holes in this thing. And then 6 millimeters and 6. And -3. We're good on that. Yeah, let's do 2 holes over here. So then let's see. I'll put it on the same line. 3 millimeter screws are going to be more than enough to hold this. How to take care of the middle. Okay. And 6 millimeters. Okay. So get these recessed for the, come on. Recessed for the head. So take care of that. I'm going to recess these because I have to measure the washers. I want the nuts recessed up in top of that. Yeah, it'll look better, look much better. Let me get the washer and see how big those things are. They need to be measured. I think they're 8 millimeters, but I'm not quite sure. I'm sitting over here at the computer right now. I don't have a camera on the computer. I got one on the laser screen, and what I'm doing over there, laser's working good. Okay, so I think they're 8 millimeters. No, there's 7. Okay. So that plus the height of the nut, which is 2.5, just about. So we'll do an 8 and 3 deep, and that should be good on that one. Yeah, we'll do that. Make things a whole lot easier. So let's do an 8 deep. 8 wide rather. This will make the washer have enough space to get recessed into it. And let's see. So it's 2.5 plus the washer, and a good 3 deep will still be okay. It's 8 millimeters, so. And then we're going to do a minus 3.5. We'll do it that way. That way I'm sure the washer is going to have enough space up in that. So these pieces we can go ahead and start printing. And that should be okay. So that will take care of that part. Let's see, okay. And these got to be cut out. Okay, so now I need the measurements so that I can cut this stuff out, which means, which means I shouldn't be looking at my telephone while I'm sitting here doing this, because there's only crap coming across. Okay, so let's go ahead and get rid of the front axle, main support. We need those spars gone. Railroad spars. Okay. That no longer needs to be there. That was 55. Okay, so from here to here is approximately 177. So that's 17.7 millimeters. We'll go ahead and round that off. No, let's get that marked. 17.7. Huh. Okay, anyway, need to mark this at 177, and I bet you I can't do it because my pencil is somewhere else. Damn sure is. Well, odd is just happening today. Okay. Okay, so 177. Same thing here. That ain't gonna work. That is 20 wide. I'm missing a little bit. We got 100 and 377. That's wrong. That is wrong. Let's see. Oh man, oh man. 377 is wrong. That means I messed up. But I'm not building this thing to scale, so it doesn't matter. It's supposed to be 380. I'm about 377. Damn. Okay. So half of 377 is 188.50. So let's do this. 188. Okay. So 188.50, and then we need. I'm going to go ahead and do 11 on either side. How the hell can I measure 20 up here and 20 down here? Actually more than 20. And it still not be right. I don't know. Oh, that'd be a reason. Verlezen con is clawing quartile. It's 25. So let's try that one again. So we'll just go. Um, 25 is 12 and a half. Make it 13. We'll do a little bit extra space in it. And then 13 over here. And that'll work. So I think I went 10 down. Okay. So, and that has to go down 10 millimeters. So once we get this cut out, then that spar will sit right down in here. If I don't hit the metal axle. that I've got in the middle. And it looks like I'm skimming right by that. Which is fine too. So that's where I gotta go. Now I will probably try to cut this a little bit tight just to make sure that I've got it in there where I want it. 10 down, another 10 down. Okay. Not going to be perfect. Like I said, this is not to scale in any description of that word. So we're going to Dremel that out. What I'm basically going to do is I'm going to cut these places out for those 3 spars to go into. This main one is supposed to sit down in there about 10 millimeters because the cradle is going to sit on top of that. And the cradle has to fit also in all 3 of those. So it'll be interesting. Let's see. Okay. Let me get the next measurements and cut these out. I do not have enough coffee for today. So that's what happened there. A little low. And better. Okay. So. We need those other ones out. The measurements. Let's see. Let's write those down because 63 years old. I am not going to remember all of it. Still don't know where I put that pencil. No reason to think I'm going to remember these measurements. Okay, so that is 65.26 or 65.25. And do that. That. Okay, 65.25. That is 28.66 across. All right. 34.4. And that one is 48.43. And that one should be 34.4. Okay. So, with those measurements, and that's 25. It's supposed to be 25 across. Oh, that's right. It's at an angle. That's at an angle. I know. Sorry, it's not straight. I round that up to 30. Give myself a little bit of leeway. I think so. I'll do that. That'll give me a little bit of leeway here to do something. Okay, so cut that out. Should work. Be sure to keep your coffee out of the way if you're doing anything like I'm doing. Yeah. Unless, of course, you don't mind sawdust. Oh, that's loud. So as soon as I get my lines drawn here, then I can get a router bit and put on this thing and just go ahead and let it go to town. And just dig it out. Okay. So I do have a whole bunch of router tips here. Let's see. But I think these are the engraving bits. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, hang on a sec. I know I've got some 4-flute. That's 1-inch. Those are 2. Hang on a second. I'm looking for a 4-flute because a 2, if it grabs somewhere, it'll spin out of my hand or something like that. I'm not really looking for that. And 4 is a little bit easier just to handle, is all it is. And those are singles. It's a single flute. Well, looks like I'm not getting my wish because I didn't order the ones that I should have ordered, I suppose. So that's 2. I really don't want to burn this one up with wood, but because these are actually for metal. So, oh, I hate doing this one. That is a 2-flute upcut, I believe. It's just going to be so hard to hold. That's all it boils down to. All right. Oh, shit. Love the way they pack them. That is a single flute. That's a single. Mm-hmm. If any of you out there do any kind of things like this, I'd love to see it. Go ahead and tag me in something. Might give me some good ideas. I did not really buy it because I have a CNC, a small CNC router over there. I've got a larger one downstairs, and I did not buy any bits to do any wood on. Actually, doesn't look that way. I like working with aluminum on CNCs when I can. I haven't worked with it in a long time though. Oh, well, shoot. Guess I forgot a couple lines up on top. Let's see if this works. Does make a little bit of a mess though, doesn't it? Well, it actually does work. So this is the first time I've tried a Dremel with a router bit. Got to get that out there too. And it's actually working a whole lot better than I thought it was going to. Yeah, I know, I need another Dremel. Thing's about dead. Okay. Well, I can see the axle coming through, so that means I've gone a little bit into where I didn't want to be, but doesn't really matter. Let me just clean this up here a little bit. Like I said, not built to scale, just a project to have some fun with. Let me find a vacuum. Good question. Probably with my damn pencil. Yeah, I know it's loud with machines, but so. A bit of a mess. Like I said, if anybody does any kind of stuff like this, drop me a link. I'd love to see it. Definitely would not mind getting more ideas. Or if you got any ideas of something you might like to make, maybe don't know how to make it, I have no problem trying. Worst that can happen is you mess it up and you do it again. So get ready for the next round then. Uh, yeah, like I said, this needs to be about 10 millimeters into it. Maybe just get that corner here a little bit. Don't forget to like and follow the stream if you do. If you like what I'm doing, or just find it even interesting. I find it interesting. Okay, give this one a shot here. So there you go. So with that one routed into the axle, uh, Yeah, 10 millimeters. Okay. Yeah, with it routed into the axle here now, I can glue that up, which is pretty much what I'm going to do. All of this is going to be glued and screwed. Um, so then I can get these, uh, the lateral spars, or the, I don't know what they call it. I really don't. I'm just going to call them lateral spars because they're spars and they go off to the side and then I throw it all away and stuff like that. But these will get mounted in here. Uh, and I have to cut those out also, 10 millimeters. That's going to be pretty freaking sweet. Not kidding. It's a cool project. It really is. It's just a cool little project to have some fun with. At least that's what I thought in the beginning. Um, until I realized that I made it a lot bigger than I wanted to. But not going to worry about that. Just going to go ahead and do it. The wheels were already made when I figured out that it was going to be too big. And the skeleton that I have stands 24 inches tall. So I was kind of trying to fit this whole thing to him. Um, and the coffin, yeah, see, I got to make the coffin too. That's got to go in the back of it. And I'm going to have to do a little bit of research on how they made their coffins back then too, because I pretty much like to have it the way it's supposed to be. I'm going to put a skeleton inside the coffin. I don't know, because they didn't have hinges on the coffins back then. They nailed them shut. So I think I'm just going to maybe slide the top of it off a little ways to show him in the coffin, but maybe just glue it down or tack it down so it doesn't keep falling off or something like that. The real hard part on this one is going to be building the steering. That's the one that's going to be a little weird for me, I think, which is why I'm doing the rear axle first. The steering is going to be something that's going to be kind of weird, and um, the seat. Because I noticed I couldn't figure out how to mount the seat, but then I noticed in a photo that I saw that the rails for the seat were mounted on the outside of the wagon, actually, to the walls of the wagon. And that's what I'm going to have to try and do also. I'm going to look at a few more of them and see what I can find, but never know. In any case, um, I need to 3D print that piece first or last. I don't know. I really don't know. Because it needs to be, and that's supposed to go out a little ways. Yeah, that's supposed to go down to there. Um, I don't know if I should 3D print that thing real fast or not. It's not a hard thing to draw up. It's already drawn, basically. I just got to save it and print it. Maybe clean off the printer so that I can print. Um, let's see. Did I finish? No, laser's still running, so we can got time for that. Yeah, I don't have any more brown filament, so this is going to be black. Kind of looking that way. Yeah, I guess so. That's the way it's going to be. Okay, so if I put that there, I don't remember the measurements by heart, but it's 55 and 40 is definitely wrong when it was supposed to be 65 and 48. I know damn well if I do it the way I know I'm supposed to do it, it ain't gonna work. So let's see. Let me put this off to the side here a little bit. I'll just go ahead and take it apart like that. Okay. So that said 65 and 48. I just don't see it. All right. 65. I know none of this stuff is going to be perfect. But 60, 48. Let's see. Oh God, no, that is really wrong. There's no way that's in there. No, no, no. Something happened bad on that one. Hmm. Hmm. Let's go measure. See what's going on here. If something went really bad. So let's put the supports back on. We'll get rid of the binders. And that one, 292, 293. That's what that one's supposed to be. I got 291. Is that correct? 292, 291. So laser's not cutting correct. So this one is 234. Which I have at 230. That was actually right, 234. So that's actually correct. So that being correct, if all of my angles are right, this thing should be right, but it ain't. Odd thing is if you hold it up to the actual plan, it is right. Okay, so what did I measure wrong? 65.265. Okay. So 65.265. That's still 65. Okay, well, yeah, I guess I do some things wrong. Suppose it would help if marks were put where they're supposed to be. I guess I didn't pay attention too much in school is what it was. Okay, so check that one then. Still not. It's about 2 millimeters off for some reason. I do not know why. I think what we're going to do is glue all of them up. I'm going to go ahead and just do all 12. Glue these up, make the 3D mounted piece for here for the spars, and get it mounted where it's supposed to be. And then we're going to take some measurements and make sure that both sides are the same. And if both sides are the same, I'm just going to go ahead and route that out to fit this and not the measurements. Because like I said, not to scale, there's no plans. I made this from a picture. It was just an idea, and I downloaded a photo, and that's what I'm going off of. So all I did was measure George over there at 24 inches. And I looked at a picture where a man was standing next to the rear wheel, and the top of the rear wheel came up halfway on his back. So that's where I started getting all the measurements from. I actually started with the wheels. Everything else is just coming along with that. So, but that's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to go ahead and cut all 12 of these things. So let's go ahead and 3D print the binder that's going to attach both of them to the main spar and get that out of the way. And once that's done, I can drill holes, and I'll already also know where this thing's going to be mounted. I could do that too. Let's go ahead and get that thing printed and get something free here and get some more coffee in me. I guess nobody chats. 320 people in here and no questions? Really? You can say something nice. Hell, you could say something nasty. I don't really care. Just having fun, enjoying my day. So let's see. Yeah, hopefully not too long. We'll be getting the CNC machine and some of this stuff. Like I said, I got two of them. I got one of those little 3018s. I just thought it was cute. Price was good. It was 99 bucks. Nothing wrong with that. Um, and I have a Roland MDX40 down in the garage. Um, Unfortunately, it's not the size that I would like to have. I had one in Germany that was 1.2 meters long and 1 meter wide as far as the cut was concerned. Um, that was my actual cutting surface. The damn machine was huge. But I'm considering building one because I got some space over here. I'm considering building a smaller one, probably one with about 400 by 400 or 500 by 500. One of those two, because the laser is a 400 by 400. My CO2 laser is smaller, so that's just a K40 plus. It's nothing massive. I'm not rich, so I'm not putting $5,000 into a laser. Um, Unless, of course, y'all like what I do and I get this thing monetized, and that'd be a whole different story. Um, then I might actually put something like that up down in the basement. That'd be kind of fun. So let's see. Let's get the 3D printer going. Use this one, I guess. And I'm going to have to get that file and get it loaded. So both of these machines here I bought as frames, and everything else I've done. This is my design for the hot end. Uh, Other pieces on here also. Works well, but now it won't. Watch this. This is going to be fun. Thing's been working all damn week. So let's get, I need two pieces of those. They're pretty good size, so I don't think they're going to be on the bed at the same time. Nonetheless, still okay. So front left spar binder. So uh, let me just export these things here real fast and get them done. So it's going to be the bottom. And top. Okay, so okay. So let's get these things loaded up and get this out of the way. I use Bamboo Studio because I have the X1 Carbon and I don't like using a lot of programs for a lot of different crap. So I went ahead and switched over from Prusa, the Prusa slicer over to Bamboo. Oh, that window went away. Oh, okay, I understand that now. Well, shoot. Okay, hang on a second. Yep, that's what that was. Interesting. Okay. Um, don't remember what I was saying, but I guess it don't matter. Let's see. So, yeah, I could do both of them fast. Okay. I say real fast, but it's never fast. Okay. Yep. So, all right, let me get this out of here. How long are we talking about? Hour and 50 minutes. Okay, for both of them, but okay, no big deal. I'll go get some coffee. So, so yeah, this is going to take a little bit. So, no big deal. I say no big deal, but I've only got like 20 days to get this thing done. That is not a lot of time. It is not a lot of time at all. Mm-hmm. Not sure why this does this, but the Marlin firmware that's in this is I configured this. For those of you that are interested, it's got a SKR Mini E3 version 3, the TFT35 display. It's got 2209s on the drivers. I have centraless homing. What else? A lot of people use linear advance and things like that in their firmware. I don't. I found out that the direct stepping works actually better. So there is that. Spar binder. Okay. Okay. So what can I do until then? I guess I'll probably just go ahead and take a break and come back here in a little while when this thing's finished printing. Um, I don't know if you want to hang out in here right now. Just type something in, let me know, say something. Not quite sure what everybody wants, but like I said, with nearly 300 people in here, got to be somebody who's got some kind of an opinion. Or y'all just sitting at work watching this stuff? Don't understand why that angle went off like that. Because according to this, that should be right there, and that's about 5 millimeters off, but the right angle. So that's why I'm going to go ahead and make all this stuff first. I know where it's supposed to be, and the end of this spar is supposed to also meet the end of the main one. So if I do that, then yeah, that angle is perfectly correct. It's just off, and I don't know why. But like I said, it doesn't matter. Nobody got an opinion? Okay, so we'll get those things printed and then get that in there. But with it being like that, I also don't know. Shit, that is off. Oh, no, not really. Like a millimeter. I do have to wait to try and get everything lined up because it could also be something to do with the spar not being 100% 90 degrees. And I do have a right angle around here somewhere, which, yes, I'll be using when I glue it up. Excuse me. I don't mean to cough into the mic. I know it's pretty crappy. Okay, so it looks like this is going to be the new little corner for doing stuff like this. Uh, I've got two lasers on that end down there. The bamboo is over here off to actually the right of the camera, the left of me. Paint station CNC is over there. Vinyl cutting is here. And this little corner here is just, I don't know, for fun. The CR10 behind me, or what used to be a CR10, that's getting rebuilt. Um, I have a SKR 1.4 turbo in that one, also with 2209s, sensorless homing. Um, I like that. I like that board a lot better, really do. I've got a 1.3 that's going into the Chiron. That's the one where I have the light, where the light is sitting on right now, where the iPad is. So that's going to be going into that one. Um, Stay tuned for the rebuild on this beast, because that's going to be a big one. I don't know exactly what I'm looking to do with this channel. At 63 years old, I'm not really looking to do much. But I do enjoy building things like this and projects like this. I think this is probably what this channel is going to be. Um, been a lot of discussions of what to do on something like this. And I don't want to just be repairing machines all day. I know a lot of people do it, but there's a lot of people that do it. And I don't see many that do stuff like this. So I know, rambling on, mostly because the machines are doing what I need to do, and I don't have anything to do until the machines are actually finished. I'm going to go ahead and take a break here for a little while then. Get me some more coffee. I have to make another pot. I'm not going to cut into anything until I get back on live. This thing here is going to take about an hour and 45 minutes, hour and 50 minutes. And Oh God, I could stay live the whole time, but only so much you can talk about. And when nobody's asking any questions or putting anything in there, there's nothing really for me to do. Um, so let's go ahead and do that then. I'm going to go ahead and take a break. Uh, I'll be back in about an hour. I'll have some more spars cut. We'll do some gluing up, and maybe I'll go ahead and be able to get one side of this cut in or routed out. That's basically what you're doing. The router bit worked actually well. That's a single flute that I'm using on this one. Single flute upcut. It appears to be. It is. It's an upcut on that one. There's two types. There's up and down, uh, and there's reasons for that. That's another video. Not going to be this one. So let's see. Yeah, pretty much. Let me go ahead and do that then. I do appreciate y'all being in here. I really wish you'd, smash that like and follow me a little bit with this. The channel just started. As you can see, there's only 3 subscriptions on here right now at the moment. So, yeah, you could do me the favor. You could do me the favor and just hit a like. It doesn't take a whole lot. Run the mouse over there and run your finger over there. Click the like. Subscribing doesn't take much either. But just a thought. Okay. I'll be back here in about an hour. Once these machines get finished and get some more things cut, and then we'll see how far I can get on this thing today. I'd like to get that axle routed out fully with both of the spars on that, everything glued down. I'd like to be starting on the cradle tonight, at least the cradle on the rear. The front suspension, or not the front suspension, but the front steering, that's going to be a difficult beast to conquer. Oh, the laser finish too. Okay, I'm going to be back here in about an hour. I hope y'all join me again. Really wish you'd smash that like. Not seeing much of them going up. Don't see any other subscribers. Be nice if you would. I appreciate it. So thank you very much, and I'll see you in a while.